Happy Thanksgiving. Um, Happy Thanksgiving. So I've been gone for a while, and that's because I've been busy-minded. Also, um, that's the way things go, huh? Like being present and then not being present, and then being present again, and so on and so on. So I've had a long while of being away, and I wanted to share something with you on the holiday about love. It's funny because I can see my closet and then also Buddha like in the closet. Well, yeah, right. Uh, Buddha, you gotta be in. Thanksgiving, love. So I remember this time I had just turned 18 and I had never had a boyfriend. And I told my mom that I was going to meet someone, and I took the car and I just drove around for like 2 hours crying so hard. I was just crying and crying and crying um, because something about turning 18 and never having a big romance meant that I was going to be alone forever. And I remember just wishing with all of my might um, that God would send me someone that could see me, that I could give my heart to. Such a potent memory of just wanting to love so much. And then very recently, like this week, I was driving, and I think I was thinking about how I was going to spend this holiday alone, and that memory flashed into my mind. Um, and it's so the same and so different at the same time. I mean, the feeling of I mean, I smiled to myself in the car when it occurred to me that I was back here in the car, um, feeling lonely for romance. And I smiled to myself because it was so much more um, not threatening, so much more familiar. I mean, I sort of chose this, you know. I wanted to feel close to myself, and that's why I'm here. Um, so then I started thinking about romance and love, and um, at 18, I think I had this really clear idea of what true love looked like. Like I knew what I wanted so much, and um, I could feel it in my heart what I was aching for. And that's so not true for me now. Like I've had lots of trouble with romance this year. Has it's so much more complicated and ambiguous and hard for me to find some ground. Um, and I'm wondering about that for me. And so I wanted to pose this idea that um, as you grow up and as you grow up in your Buddhahood and you get closer to your love, and especially your self-love, um, you start realizing that all the love in your heart is the same, which makes things confusing because there could be a friend who you have such romance for, such deep love and admiration and twinklies for this beloved friend. And then there could be the person that you've been with forever, who you feel such brotherhood with, such deep history yep. And then you go out for a walk and you see a tree and it captures your attention and takes away your breath the same way the first time that you uh, saw your love in a room. This tree just elegantly growing out of the earth towards the sky. And I think that coming upon to understanding that every person who I love, I'm loving um, God. And when I love myself, I'm loving God. And it's all it's all the same thing wherever you put your love. It's 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 if you injected a water droplet with love and then let it roll off your hand into the ocean. You know, so I think that's why it can get confusing about who's supposed to be your lover and who's supposed to be your friend and who's supposed to be your mentor and who's your teacher. All of those are confusing because all the love is running towards the ocean anyways. And so it becomes really sort of what does it become? Silly. It becomes silly or not useful or obsolete to to make all these boundaries of different love because it's not the same. And then when you try, it gets so confusing because you start feeling um, the source of love everywhere. So you don't know what you're doing. Um, so I'm thinking that maybe this process away from 18-year-old heart that's wishing for a prince to me now who struggles with feeling grounded, with commitment and labels and trying to understand love. I think maybe it's part of Buddhahood. You know, it's a shedding part of that, and maybe I'll make peace one day. Like I'll really know how to navigate that all love is love towards God, and I can have a family or not, because it's all the same anyway. So I'm putting my wish out there for us um, to put down our anxiety about different kinds of love tonight. And I hope that you're with your loved ones, family and chosen family, um, and allowing that heart to just balloon with that love that is complete towards whoever you are giving it to. Um, and then for all of those of you who I love so dearly myself, you're just everything to me. It's all mixed up, and I know that it means something that it's all mixed up. So, thank you, and Buddha, love you. Can't wait till I can sit under the tree and take a deep breath with all this knowledge at once. Okay, dear ones, happy Thanksgiving. See you soon.